All right, here we go. This one is for you, dear Leo. This is from Tarot Lumination. It is your mini generic love and relationship report for the December 2018 season. A lot of you know the drill already. Please be patient while Tarot Illumination goes through the drill for newcomers, okay? So we're going to use the Tarot Illumination Crucible spread on the understanding that there's you, okay, Leo, a significant other, and then there's a third entity called the relationship itself, which has its own structure, identity, energy, meaning, purpose, mission. And the question is, are you aware of that? In a healthy, loving relationship, the parties would be fully aware, and they would maintain the relationship like a business and invest in it and do the repairs and the maintenance and double check with each other, almost like business meetings all day, every day, communicating through the relationship, always understanding that the relationship is the environment in which you guys can intimate and separate. And the crucible is a structure that is designed to withstand intense pressures in alchemical reactions, just like they do in the laboratories, but this is also for human laboratories of relationship, where the most intense and most valuable healing can occur, only in the context of a deeply loving and intimate relationship, okay? So we're going to come back to the cards in a minute. I just want to let you know, watch for your sun, moon, and rising, okay? Especially if they're all different, and then do the reinterpretations to suit you. Cross watch as well. That really, really helps. Also, please invite your invisible friends, okay? That's what we do here on this side, right? A couple of things before we get into it. I've been sharing, okay, so this is Tarot Illumination Astro Doodles here, and it might look like a bunch of gobbledygook, but I make these notes for when we're doing personal readings because they come in very, very handy. And I'm just sharing little bits of it with you guys. So right now, for example, this is like the December season. I'm just going to pull out a few key dates for you. This is for everybody, okay? December the 6th, the new moon in Sagittarius and Mercury going direct again, okay? Hallelujah. December 21st, the sun enters Capricorn and it's the winter solstice. The energy shifts completely, okay? We're going into the Capricorn realm now. And on the 22nd, a day later, we got the full moon in Cancer. So that axis alone is going to be very, very close to the new energy we're experiencing with the Cancer North Node, okay? And so this is everything that's happening is kind of like a build up to what's happening in 2019, which is all about the axes for the Cancer Capricorn thing and the eclipses, the Cancer Capricorn eclipses. And for you, Leo, a lot of the pressure is starting to fizzle out and die away after the last year and a half of the Leo Aquarius eclipses and the Leo North Node journey. So you might be breathing a sigh of relief. There is one more remaining eclipse on January 21st, I think, 20th. Okay, so please be aware. You might feel a big final crescendo at that time, but you've got plenty of advance notice, all right? The big thing that's happening, my feeling with this month, is a big shift in energies because we've had these really challenging aspects for several years and several months, but it's shifting now, like big shifts, and some of it's going to be very hard to understand. I like to think of the analogy, imagine you're fog bound at San Francisco airport, and it's the most delayed airport on the planet because of fog issues. And one fog issue can have a ripple effect on so many different flights, and it can become very hard to navigate and pin down what to do, where to go, how to do it. And so please allow for that as all these energies are shifting around. The reason I'm saying this is because we got the big, big shift of Jupiter into Sagittarius. That's a huge change in energy for all of us. And it's sweet for you, by the way, Leo, but it's hard squared with Mars and Pisces. Now, even in a hard square, Jupiter is still benefic, okay? So don't sweat too much. I'm just going to give you my spin on it for the broad spectrum. Translation is, it's about the expansion of spiritual awareness through challenges to our most deeply buried secrets and wounds. Now back to Leo. So where does that happen with you guys? Well, in love and relationship. Love and romance here. This is the relationship sector. Notice how this is empty now. The Aquarius energy is gone. There's no huge emphasis on Leo. So you're kind of in the clear. All the energy is over here on these highlighted bits. And for you, the sweet spot is the new shift in Sagittarius. New moon Sagittarius, really sweet for you. Mercury direct, sweet for you. Sun in Sagittarius, Jupiter in Sagittarius, really sweet for you when it comes to love and romance. But it is challenged, okay, by the Mars in Pisces thing over here. Don't be scared. It's actually very stimulating. It might just bring up issues to do with intimacy, okay, the value of yourself with another and how that feels in a very deeply intimate relationship. I'm not going to dwell on the rest of it, okay? We don't have enough time. A couple of last minute things. I'll just put this here for you guys while I shuffle. I want to get the cards done. Please be patient. Please hang in, be patient. Please look at the links and everything down below. Tarot Lumination membership, please. It's #1, vital for keeping the channel going, all right? Please consider that. Next, please consider the first Friday group healing events, Tarot Lumination live in person, okay? We're going to focus on vibrational energy healing. It's a new modality, okay? Also check out shopping, the silk scarf, the books, the personal readings, songs, Sunday Night Live. Check out the links below, okay? And then you can get more immersed in the channel. It's kind of like a little boutique channel. It's like a very homemade, homespun kind of moonshine thing. Think of it as artisanally crafted, okay? So this might not work for everybody, but the people who are here sure do love it. So please come and join us, all right? Thank you, Leo, for your patience. Here we go. Cards were actually well shuffled in advance, even before recording, but I'd like to have a very clean deck, you know. So here we go. Get your invisible friends nearby. Bless this deck. Bless each card in the deck. Bless you, Leo. Bless Tarot Lumination and all the electricity that allows us to do this. So here we go. Think of yourself as a smartphone. What are you radiating? What's the signal that you're sending out? Okay? We're always transmitting and receiving signals. What are they transmitting over here? Okay? What are you transmitting deep down from the heart and the soul, perhaps the subconscious? What about them at that level too? What about the very core here, this thing that you own, the relationship itself? I hope you can see here the crucible shape. This is the bowl structure in which the relationship is conducted, where you can intimate and separate, hopefully in a, let's say, a managed environment. So you're not lost in the wilderness with each other, like in a romantic delusion or haze. We're going to look at circumstantial environmental energies that influence the whole thing. Remember, this is not a couples reading. It's all about you, Leo, but we're allowing for the significant other and the relationship. Let's call this the weather. We have the Four of Swords here, okay? So you might be really grateful for this. I have a feeling this is going to be much later in the month where this will make a lot more sense, because this is to do with healing and deliberately removing yourself from the battlefronts and the front lines of love and relationship and romance and everything, and giving yourself a bit of space and a bit of room, giving your other party a bit of space and a bit of room, and allowing for some downtime for your relationship dynamics to heal, because you've been under so much stress for so long, Leo. Think about it, almost a year and a half, you know, unrelenting pressure, and it's now fizzling away. So you need a break. And the weather is indicating it's a very nutritious time for you to chill out, take a break, and I'll show that to you actually on the charts here. Now we're thinking about it, because it's very pertinent to the end of the month where we get the winter solstice. Okay, Sun enters Capricorn here, and we get the full moon in Cancer here. These you could think of as your health houses, spiritual health over here, and physical health over here, and creating new habits. It's a chance for you to create new habits in health, which will impact your relationships to have a better, healthier relationship, okay? I just wanted to throw that in there. Yay! So please take advantage of this. Please see this as a welcome sign, like, hey, Leo, come on over here. Chill out, chill out, chill out. De-stress, decompress. This is the time. Take this moment. Take full advantage of the Jupiter in Sagittarius and the Sun in Sagittarius to be happy, and just be happy for a little while and take the pressure off. What are you radiating over here? Okay, well, with the Knight of Cups, this is a good intention. It feels to me like you are going to do absolutely everything you can to pull away from the battlefronts, where all the activities happening. You might be extremely battle weary from the last year or so with the Leo Aquarius axes activated and the Leo Aquarius eclipses. One more little one to go, but basically the storyline is over and the energy is shifting, the pressure is relieving. And so my feeling is that you're very grateful and you're going to be moving forward, coming forward deliberately, just like the Knight of Cups here, making sure you put your best loving energy forward with the best of intention. All you want is the good stuff, the sweet stuff. And I think that's very much aligned with the Sagittarius energy, the newfound Sagittarius energy. And by the way, that Jupiter transit is for a whole year. Okay, so please, if you want, Leo, think of this as the beginning of a new sweet spot for you for a whole year, where you get to have like a big lift in the energy of love and romance over here in your fifth house. Okay, that's a 1 year journey. Jupiter over here is going to take 1 year to go through all of this. So please take full advantage of all of that. Okay, and I think you're sensing it already here. Time for some healing. All right, what are they radiating? Let's have a look. They might be just burned out. Okay, so with the Eight of Cups here, it might have been so exhausting for a significant other, Leo, that they don't really know what to do except like say, well, okay, things were what they were, things are what they are, things have been what they had to be, and no matter how much love was there or how much love was not there, it kind of doesn't matter anymore. All I know is that our relationship is changing, and I'm seeing things differently from a whole new perspective too, because all these events that we just talked about, the fundamental events, the Jupiter Sagittarius thing, the new eclipses, guess what? They affect me too, and I have to deal with my own stuff. And it might look to you, dear Leo, that I am basically facing in the other direction, heading out on my own path to figure out what I have to do now. And it doesn't mean I don't love you or anything. It doesn't mean it's the end of the relationship, but you might feel it. You, Leo, might feel the other party as basically distant, and with all the best of intentions, like no harm intended. Like, sometimes people outgrow relationships and they have to move on. And it doesn't mean they don't love you, okay? It can just mean that it's a whole new chapter in life beginning. Now, if you're chasing the love and the love is moving away, consider whether that is sensible or not, and whether you want to get back into kind of a unwinnable war, and instead just live and let live, and just be loving and be loved and let things occur naturally. Please give yourself a break, Leo. Take the time now to literally focus on yourself, love thyself, bring the love to thyself, heal thyself, and then let things occur naturally. Don't force anything. Over here, deep down, what are you radiating? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune here. So you might feel as though with this big shift that's happening, especially over here, I'm going to go back to this little section here, true love, romance, okay, fun and excitement, and the sheer joy of loving and being loved. This is going to be very amplified for you now in a very sweet, good, harmonious, expansive way, because simply just because of the Jupiter and the Sun and Sagittarius pattern here. So please take full advantage of that. But the thing is, it might be like you're so unused to it because you've had such a choppy time lately, that when it actually happens, and now that this is actually happening and working for you, it might be so unrecognizable or so unpredictable that it's so almost unbelievable. And so you might feel as though you're getting slammed by so-called fate, where you don't feel like you have control. You don't feel like you're the person holding the steering wheel. And like part of it is like, my gosh, I've been wishing for this for so long, and now finally fate has brought this to me. And like over here, all you have to understand that all the energies, like earth, air, fire, and water, they're doing exactly what they do. You know, it's a never-ending dance up in the heavens, up in the planets. All those things in the shifting planets and orbits and the retrogrades, they all affect us at very deep, profound levels that we might not be aware of in our day-to-day waking consciousness, because so many of us just live through our heads, everything from the neck upwards, and we're so uh, desperate to just stay alive that we focus on like uh, cars, money, jobs, bills, paying, activities, chores, just the raw tasks of life. And then we forget that there's a massive like subtext, a whole like Shakespearean journey that's unfolding. My feeling with you over here with the the Wheel of Fortune is that deep down, it's like you've got your fingers crossed, like, oh my gosh, I hope this new thing works for me, this whole new vibe, this whole new energy that Terra Illumination is talking about. Let's just say I will take a break. I promise Terra Illumination, I will take a break. I will pour some love on myself and do the self-healing. But otherwise, I have no idea how this is actually going to pan out and where it's going to go. And so I'm going to lean very heavily on what we might call the fates. In other words, bring it on. Whatever I need, bring that to me. Whatever I don't need, please take that away. Dear angels, I hope you're listening. Thank you. Over here, what are they radiating? Let's have a look. With the Two of Swords, because they might be feeling, let's say, the shifts as well. Remember uh, that analogy I was using about San Francisco airport and the fog thing, where when you see the airline boards and they're going flight delayed, flight delayed, flight delayed, flight postponed, flight canceled, ricochet, and then the ripple effect. Now the flight to Dubai, the flight to Hong Kong, the flight to New York, the flight to London, the flight to Sydney, they're all delayed and canceled or rescheduled. Oh no, oh no, oh no. My feeling is that they're dealing with their version of the same thing, and they're at a point where they don't really know what to do about it. With the Two of Swords here, my feeling is that they are deep down uh, too unsettled, too unsure of themselves, what's happening to themselves in their own journey, their own life path, their own romantic inclinations with you and the relationship itself, that they actually don't know what to do. And so they are literally exercising their right to decide not to decide. And that's like a defense measure, because I really don't think they are fully um, in charge of, they don't, I'm not saying they're out of control. It's just that they don't have any way that they can navigate through the situation right now. So their best posture is just like at a fog-bound airport. It's just like, well, I'm just going to sit and wait. I'm going to figure out. I'm not. There's no point in deciding this or deciding that, because the information is too unstable. There's so much shift and changing, so much flux happening here for everybody, and you still don't know the ripple effects of all the shifts and changes, that they're just going to like simmer in their own conscious awareness of, what am I going to do now? Where am I going to go now? How am I going to do this? Who am I supposed to be now? Given the love and the context that we have had or do still have or might still have in the future. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Deep down, all I know is that I just need to almost almost like you, Leo, take a break, but they're doing it deliberately. My feeling over here is this is Terra Illumination saying, please, dear Leo, give yourself a chance, take a break, allow yourself to heal from the inside out, and before you get diving back into the swing of things. But their situation is they don't have a choice. They are, it just wouldn't make any sense for them to make any hard, fast decisions right now, because it would be pointless, because the chances are the relationship dynamics would change, and they would say things that they regret or do things that they didn't want to do, or they might miss out on something good that could happen to them because they're very much at the mercy of what's happening to you and with you. So that leaves the whole relationship very, very, very much in flux, very, very, let's say, unstable. Not in a bad way, but just a lot of flux and a lot of shift happening, okay, for you guys. Over here, let's have a look at the core itself. Actually, you know what? I forgot to put one card down. It's still here. Don't worry. Don't be scared. Prospects. What are you building? It would have been that card, okay? So don't stress. All right. Sorry about that, Leos. So with the Six of Wands here, the relationship is showing signs of like, you know what? We're not actually doing too bad. Like I recognize you as doing the best that you can, and I support you in that. And I want things to be best as possible in love relationship, just like anyone would do. And then they're saying like, you know what? I kind of agree. Like I think that I think you're doing a stellar job of handling your situation, which is I can tell because I've been over here and I'm the witness to how rough it's been for you. But I think you're doing an incredibly good job of handling it. I'm not saying we're the happiest couple on the planet right now. I'm not saying I'm the happiest person or you're the happiest person, but we're not doing too badly. We figured out some of the rough stuff. There's more to come, shifting and changing for sure. I don't know what to do or how to do it. You need a break for sure. We're going to have to let the so-called fates unfold, and I'm kind of at the mercy of this because I'm in a relationship with you. But overall, we haven't done that badly. Now, does it mean we've split up and we've had an equitable parting of the ways? Does it mean we've had a really bumpy time and figured it out and looks like we're going to, you know, make it better down the road? Or have we decided that it's time to split things up? Or have we decided like, wow, we are just experiencing like signals and signs of the best times ahead for us? It doesn't really matter, okay? Um, it's just a good, I'm thinking of this as the Jupiter energy here. It's almost like you can't go wrong. The Jupiter is bound to fix and heal whatever is not working or improve the situation somewhat, somehow. What about prospects and momentum over here? Okay, well, with the Queen of Swords, you know, a lot of readers see this as like a divorce card or an FU card or however you want to put it. But I like to look at this now is that you guys are reaching a level of maturity where you've never been before, and you're realizing, you know, it's okay to call each other out. We're mature as people mature and grow in relationship. It really, really helps to give each other permission to call each other out and declare openly without the threat of everything going, you know, ballistic. It's like having kitchen table meetings about what to do and how to do it in our relationship. And you start to realize maybe the cool thing to do now is make like a vow to ourselves and each other that we're not going to put up with anything like mediocrity. We're not going to put up with fake this or fake that. You, Leo, are not going to tolerate any BS from them, and they're going to agree not to tolerate any BS from you. So you mutually agree to put up the you know, increase like the sensitivity of the BS meter on you guys so that, you know, if you're in a situation where you are together or you're having a real struggle or there's a parting of the ways or there's just the beginning of new love and romance or whatever it is, like once you understand the value of who you guys are and what you've got, and no matter how stressful it might have been for you, Leo, no matter how stressful it is for them right now, where they're not sure what to do and you're kind of reliant on the so-called fates, like no point in making hard, fast decisions. The only decision to make is to keep going with the best and loving intentions. And then you see that, well, that's about as good a strategy as anybody could have in the situation. And then one of the protocols that you guys establish for yourselves for you to them and them to you and for the relationship is that we agree not to tolerate any BS from each other. I am going to watch out for you. I am going to watch out for you. And we're going to figure this out because mediocrity is no longer acceptable for us. We are upgrading. We are improving. We are allowing ourselves to go deeper within. I'm going to go back to this, to enjoy an expansion of spiritual awareness through each other and with each other in an intimate relationship or not. Through the challenges to our most deeply buried secrets and wounds that may come up in the context of relationship, okay? For better or worse, okay? So I hope that makes sense. In other words, it's upgrading and making the decision like mediocrity is no longer acceptable. Both parties have to upgrade what they're doing, how they're doing, the way they are loving, the way that they are loved, the way they express love, and the decisions that they make in order to maintain whatever it is that is good that you guys have and heal whatever needs to be healed with you guys, okay? So I hope you get something out of this, all right, Leos? And I'm just going to leave this here to the side. Please, again, cross-watch significant others. Watch sun and moon rising if you have to, if they're all different. Consider becoming a member. Please, please, please. Membership is vital for this channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. It's the best way you can say thank you. Okay? Bye-bye.